I'm going to change things up a little bit. I haven't done this type of a video in quite a little while, actually. We're going to go for a motovlog today. I got a couple of topics that I can talk about. Some of you guys said you wanted to see that anyway, so it's your fault. I got the Volta, the GoPro Volta handle that they just came out with, and I got it in the package that came with the light mod and the Hero 10 and the medium mod and everything. I'm digging this thing, man. I can't stop fiddling with it. All the buttons. Onto the Motovlog. Whew.
We're just taking some marginally twisty roads out towards Estacada today. These roads are usually very fun to blast through at the speed limit. It's great to be back out on the bike. I don't care who you are. If you're a motorcycle rider, you could be having the worst day at work, or family problems, or personal issues, or whatever. The second you get on your bike and you just get going, best therapy in the world, I tell you. I'm reasonably certain, I haven't talked to all of them obviously, but I'm reasonably certain that all motorcycle riders, doesn't matter what bike they ride, sport bike, a scooter, a little monkey bike, ADV bike, cruiser, Harley Davidson, doesn't matter, all of them will tell you the same thing. The worst day is turned into the best day the second you wrap your hands around the throttle and you go. Somebody in the community tab, it was either yesterday or this morning, asked me the question, do you believe that pronunciation is a thing, do you believe that life has ever existed on Mars? I absolutely do. I think that, do I want to talk about that and make you guys see just how nuts I actually am? Here's my conspiracy theory of the day for you. I think that the life that used to exist on Mars was us. It's one of the places that humanity came from. And I think that we got to the point of being such asshats to each other that we literally destroyed the planet and had to leave. And for whatever reason, whether it be through evolution or some type of technology, it wiped the collective memory from our human brains, so we don't remember that that's happened. Maybe it was too traumatic. But I think we are the Martians, and we had to travel to this planet because we destroyed our actual planet. There you go. That's a good conspiracy theory, huh? One of the other questions that was asked is, do you think we are alone in the universe? I do not think we are alone in the universe. I think there is all kinds of life out there. We just don't either have the ability to see it because we don't recognize that it is life as we would recognize it, and or we don't have the ability to understand the languages of the signals that are being sent at us, or even there's nothing saying that a signal that was sent at us would be on a frequency that we recognize as a frequency. We don't know. The third possibility is that life out there knows about us, and they treat the planet Earth as like a reality TV show because we're so messed up down here. And anytime they're cruising through our section of the neighborhood of the universe, they roll up their windows and they just cruise right on through nice and quick. Cloaking device on, let's get out of here. This is not a good area. The other question was, who makes the best marshmallows? A little off the wall. To that I answered the Ghostbusters. I know. They didn't make the marshmallows, but the original Ghostbusters sure know how to cook a good marshmallow, don't they? That was the random question, and a random question from the community tab on Explore Adventure Moto, and I brought it upon myself. I did get into the community tab and told everybody this place isn't my soapbox. It's not just for me to get extra content out to people. It's not just for me to put up a poll and have people vote on different things, for me to get ideas for content for the channel or whatever. Once in a while I'm going to get on there and I'm simply going to say, ask me whatever you want. And I am the type of creator that, and not all do this, some larger creators don't, and I fully understand why not, because some larger creators, they get really busy. I'm a infinitesimally small creator. Don't even know if that's how you properly pronounce that. I don't think so. It doesn't seem right. And there are times when I run out of time. So a larger creator, particularly full-time creators that actually get paid to do this, There's going to be times where you're not going to hear from them for a month because they're so massively busy out on trips or out filming or whatever. They may not even be an internet service for a while to be able to even see stuff. So, but I make a point to try and sit down, and even if I can't answer every question, I will at least do my very best to give every one of them a thumbs up and put a heart comment on it. If you ever see one of those heart comments, one of those heart emojis on your question or your comment on a creator's channel, the only person in the universe that can do that is that creator. So that is direct contact with the creator that you like to follow. And I try to make that happen on every comment on every video. You guys take the time to watch my stuff, and apparently you enjoy it for some crazy reason. The very least that I can do is show some appreciation, you know? And I do. I appreciate every single one of you guys immensely. Where am I going? I really have no clue. I mean, I know where I'm at. I just don't have any direction of where I'm going today. I'm just out for a ride. It's nice. It's a little bit overcast. Get some sprinkles now and again, but wowzers. Pretty nice day. This does help though, pavement, riding on the pavement, because I have a new set of tires to put on the bike for the planned trips and travels and motorcycle related events that I have planned for this year, if I am able to go to them. And these tires aren't dead yet, so I want to kind of wear them out and get my mileage out of them. I'm still stuck on the TKC 80 front and the Shinko 805 rear, only because they have just never let me down, and I've pushed them too. I've been carving through pavement corners pretty hard, and I've never felt them slip, even when it's wet, even when it's cold. I've never felt them slip. Just fun. When I'm off-road, the only time I wanted my rear end to slip was when I blipped the throttle and told it to. Other than that, it's just traction, man. I've never had my front end even slide out on this bike off-road. It's just amazing, and that's in sand and dirt and mud even. Mud gets a little bit hairier. There aren't really any tires out there that are good in mud. And they always called them bugs. God, bugs! It's the only thing I don't miss about summertime. Is this still recording? Yeah. We're just out enjoying the countryside, out riding without being on the freeway and dealing with a bunch of cars. The only thing you gotta worry for, blah, 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 blah. Let's try that again. The only thing you have to worry about out here is deer jumping across you or somebody popping out from their driveway. I've been very fortunate and very lucky in my motorcycle riding life to have not had people pop out in front of me to the point where I honestly thought that I was going to wreck. So, boy, that guy's house shop is awesome. Love that thing. Yeah, cool. Don't wave back, douche. I don't know why that bothers me so much. Everybody gets to make their own decisions in life. Everybody gets to be a human. You know, live the way you want to live. It's just like if you're riding in a group or as part of a tour or something, ride your own ride, you know? And that should be part of life as well. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. You know, do your own thing. Make yourself happy. You got to be happy first before anybody else can make you happy. But for some reason, when another motorcycle rider doesn't wave back, that just bothers the shit out of me. I don't know why that is. Boop. You're just driving straight through too. You're not buying a ticket either. I mean, you're not buying a ticket. I am not purchasing a pass because I technically won't be parking here. I'm just gonna ride through, get some views. Milo McIver. Milo. There's a name you don't really hear. Kind of dropped out of favor. Let's bring Milo back. I used to go by a stage name on YouTube before I figured out that it was stupid. I don't do that anymore. I just like to keep it real, transparent. You know, I almost never go this way, so let's go out. Western Trails, group camps, campground, Estacada Lake. Let's go over here. I haven't been over on this side of Milo McIver Park forever. Maybe I should camp here. Should I do, there's a question. Should I do a moto camping video just at the state park here? I mean, it's barely moto camping, it's barely moto camping because it's pavement to get here, right? It's a state park, right? It's a campground. So to me, when I think moto camping, I'm thinking, you know, like being way out in the backwoods and backcountry and doing it dispersed, no campground, maybe a fire ring. If there's no fire ring, you make one so your fire doesn't spread on accident. That's what I think of as moto camping. And that's technically inaccurate. If you are camping off of your motorcycle, that's camping, man. That's moto camping. You can be on a Harley, you can go to every state park, you can stay in a KOA Walmart parking lot on your motorcycle camping, and that technically is moto camping. Don't do that. I don't recommend it. Walmart parking lots are an interesting place to hang out. So many cool roads and trails around here, and a motorcycle is not allowed because it's all hiking and horses. Lame. These trails would be so fun. Oh my gosh, they'd be fun! And really close to home too, but that would be a rather large no-no, and definitely something you're not gonna film and put on YouTube. So here we are at Estacada Lake. I actually sort of kind of forgot that this existed. Here's something I'm bringing back to this channel, or here's something I'm starting on this channel. Outhouses of the Pacific Northwest, issue number 1. I'm gonna post that on Instagram. I'm not gonna be able to send it to you very easy. Estacada Lake, everybody. That's cool. I really did honestly kind of forget that this existed. That's neat. So anytime I come to McIver, and I'm going to show you in a minute, I'm coming up here to go disc golfing because they actually have a fantastic disc golf course here. It's used for the Beaver State Fling, which is kind of like the State of Oregon Championships for disc golfing. Yes, there is such a thing. There is an organization called the PDGA. Just like the PGA, except they put the D in there. That stands for disc. You replace the C with an S. Let's go over here, see what's over in here. We're just going to tour some parking lots in the woods. But there's a trail that I very much want to ride on, but they won't let me. That's all we're doing. It's a motovlog. That's what you do on a motovlog. You sit there and you vomit out a bunch of words while you're riding your bike. Motovlogging is just like motovlogging, except noisier. These roads in here are actually pretty fun. I mean, they have the speed limit in here, so it makes it less fun to really rail these things. But I mean, even if you're not railing them, you know, it's nice to be on roads that aren't just straight, right? You get a, oh, horses! They're not just straight. You actually get to move around with the bike, and you feel the G's in the corners, even when you're going slow, because the turns are tight enough. You get stuck behind vans that don't understand that the speed limit isn't, or the speed suggestion isn't just for the upper end, but it also should be used as a guide for the lower end. Some days, I tell you. There's a song called Pole Sitta that has one of my favorite lines in any song I've ever heard. I've been around the world and found that only stupid people are breeding. That line comes to mind anytime I'm in traffic. Been around the world and found. Here's a words. Here's a tee-off pad for the disc golf. We're gonna go this way. Come over to some of the other parking areas. La-di-da-da-da. Just going on a tour. There's a boat ramp down here too. This is the part of the park that I'm most familiar with, just because I always come down to this area. There's a hill climb. Look at that trail. I want to get on that. Oh my gosh, I want to ride some of this stuff. Very soon coming up, I am actually switching my helmet cam, the beard cam, back to GoPro. Gasp, you say? Gasp, you should. I had some issues here very recently with the DJI just freezing up, and it took me a minute to wake it back up. And I had to replace my old trusty Hero 7 anyway, so I have a new camera. Ooh, mossy, slippery. And I'm going to put that new camera on the helmet with a media mod. It's actually this one that I have right now on the handlebar. And we'll see how it goes. Technically, GoPro has a better audio quality without having to use a bunch of extra BS like I do with the DJI. There, you just saw how you throw a disc. See that disc out there? That's a good throw. I'm gonna hang out down here by the boat ramp. This has got some good area. See if I can do this without getting my bike hit by a disc. Yeah, we're gonna come down here. That's what we're gonna do.
I don't know why I never thought about just even for short rides, if I only have the opportunity to do a short ride today. I don't know why I never thought about just riding the bike down here to this primitive boat ramp and just hanging out by the river. This is cool. Come down here and have a little picnic. Swim around in the river. This river gets quite a bit lower in the summertime. This is the Clackamas River, by the way. Good fish in here too. It's nice and clean. Got rapids right over there. A lot of people come down here to do fishing or boating or rafting, rapids, stuff like that. You got all kinds of trails all the way through here. Cool park, man. Really cool park. Maybe I'll do a moto camping video at McIver this year. I don't know why I never considered that. It is a very pretty park. Maybe I'll do that. Invite a couple of the boys along and see what we can put together for you. You guys hear that? You guys want to do that? Hit me up if you're into it. Today seemed like the ideal opportunity to come out and play with the new gear in the woods. That's what this video is about, is playing with my gear in the woods. There she is. That beautiful, sexy bike. Beautiful, sexy bike. So this moto vlog today has been long enough I can make 2 moto vlogs out of this. So I'm gonna have to film another intro. Welcome back to Explore Adventure Moto, everybody. My name's Travis and we're out on moto vlog day. There, that's my second intro. Is that, you like that? One thing that I have found very recently to be important, if you're a motorcycle rider, make time for yourself to get out and go do it. Doesn't matter what's going on in life, there's always a way that you can find just a little, even just a little bit of time to get on your bike and just go and decompress and just have a good time leaning that bike into the corners. When life gets you down and throws you a curve, just remember this when you're a motorcycle rider. There's only one down. Everything else is up after a neutral. 1 down, 5 up. Today, I'm taking advantage of the up.
Hope you enjoyed the video today. I appreciate it every single time you come along with me and you watch and interact a little bit. I do enjoy the comments, even the negative comments. Still a comment. It's still interaction, even if it's negative. I don't get too many of those, but you know, you gotta take the good with the bad, because the internets and the social medias are full of folks who grew up in an age of you can act like an asshat or be a troll on the internet behind your little keyboard, sitting at home drinking your Mountain Dew and chewing on your combos pizza rolls, and you can say whatever you want without fear of getting punched in the mouth. I grew up in a very different age where you would be respectful to people or else you would get punched in the mouth. But it's whatever. The world, as one of my favorite authors would say in one of his book series, the world has moved on. So if you don't move on with it, it's going to leave you behind. So yeah, I am going to look into that this year and see about doing a moto camp down here this spring before it gets summer and hot and, more importantly, full. This would be a very good camping destination to come down and do like a test run, to test out new gear and packing and make sure everything's good for a much longer, more involved trip. It's going to be my new test ground. It's my new Area 51. Oh, that's a thing now. Area 51 videos, everybody. There it is. I called it. It's mine. You heard it here first. I have an Area 51.